Hey everybody, welcome back. Tack för sist. Välkommen tillbaka. I appreciate you being here. So I've said that I've started really getting back into YouTube again, and it's kind of funny. Almost all the comments are positive, but there have been several negative ones. I don't get to my point soon enough. I have a way that I talk. It's the way I've always talked. If you dig it, stick around. If you don't, I get that. Everybody's got a different vibe that they like following. So today I want to talk about something that I've noticed big time in society, and that's work ethic. It has changed a lot, and I'm not talking about everybody. So please, if you have a great work ethic and you're 19 years old, please don't take offense. I'm not talking about you. But I've run my own business now for 40 years, and I gave up hiring people. It just got too hard. It was like babysitting. It didn't matter if they were 20 or 45. There's so much of it where when I'm on the road, I work 7 days a week. Sometimes I work 20, 30 days in a row, 10, 11, 12-hour days. And I'm not saying that as a brag because it's almost a curse for me. My dad was the same way. When I'm on the road, I just want to work and get done. Working 10, 11 hours a day for 7 days a week, I wouldn't recommend that to anybody. I'm not saying that's a good thing because I wish I had the ability to take a day off now and then. But if I've tried that many years ago and all I do is sit in my hotel or at a movie or whatever and think I could be getting done sooner and getting home sooner. So there's a fine line in there somewhere where you work hard, you do what you need to do. Maybe it's 8 or 9 hours a day, 40 or 50 hours a week. But I'm sure you're familiar with Reddit. I've never been on there, but I've heard it talked about many, many times. And there's actually a group on there that has, well, last time I heard about it, it was 2 or 3 million followers, almost all young people under 25, 30. Freya, come here. Sorry about that. And it's basically, we don't want to work group, which I don't know how that works in real life. I mean, you got to pay your bills, you got to pay for your house, you got to pay for food and gas. I wish I could just golf every day, all day, every day, and go ATV riding and swimming and camping. I would love to do that all the time. But the reason we do these things is so that we can do those fun things. I've tried to really drill that into all 4 of my kids, who are all adults now. But it seems, and tell me if I'm right or wrong, you can disagree with me. I have no problem with that. But I have seen it a lot that it's really hard finding people that are willing to work hard. In fact, there was a statistic that came out a couple of years ago about people that go interview for jobs, and this was mostly, I think it was a 19 to 34-year-old or 18 to 34-year-old group. And it was something crazy like 1 out of 4 that actually were offered the job actually showed up for the job. I could be off on my stats, but it's big. I don't know if there's this entitlement out there and we just feel like everything should be handed to us. I mean, I've worked hard my whole life to provide for my family and to have nice things. I'm not rich by any means. We're comfortable. I make a decent living, but I work hard for it. And I know a lot of other people that work hard for it. But I know people that sit around and collect a government check that are perfectly able to go work. I could never do that. My conscience, whatever, that's taxpayer money, which is us. Government money doesn't exist. It's taxpayers. It's us. That's where the money comes from. So when somebody says, oh, it's free, it doesn't hurt you. Yeah, it does. That's my tax money. Granted, it's a tiny part of it, but my taxes are out there doing all kinds of things, a lot of them that I don't agree with. But so sitting around and collecting a check, I don't get it. But I'd like to know if you've seen the same kind of thing. We owned several stores for a few years there. We had if you know what a cart is in a mall, they sell different trinkets and all kinds of stuff. We had a vinyl decal cart, which we turned into a store. We actually had a store in the mall, and then we had one downtown here for a few years. And the biggest hurdle was getting people that were willing to work, not just come sit on their ass not help customers, sit on their phone the whole time they were there. And like I said, I finally gave up hiring people. It's just too hard to find somebody who wants to work. I'm perfectly happy to pay a decent wage for somebody who wants to work hard. So I'm not going to drag on any longer with that. That's probably long enough. I would love to hear your stories. Thank you so much for the thumbs up, the subscriptions. I appreciate it. I'm actually seeing things changing pretty quickly here in the last few days, and it's pretty cool. I dig it. Like I said, even if you disagree with me, I'll read your comments. If they're negative, I won't respond to them, but I will read them. I never take them to heart. The positive ones I do take to heart. It's encouraging and fun and nice to see nice out there. I always say nice it up. So you never know what somebody's dealing with in their day. Anyway, I hope you have a beautiful day. Tack för denna gången. Vi ser dig nästa gång. Thank you for this time. We'll see you next time. Peace, love.